Hello and welcome. Today, you will learn an important life lesson through a powerful story about silence, wisdom, and self-control. Many people believe that sharing everything makes life easier. They talk about every plan, every success, every problem, and every dream. But as life moves forward, they discover something surprising. Not everything should be shared. Some things grow stronger in silence. Some goals become successful when they are protected. Some parts of your life become peaceful when they remain private. In this story, you will discover 5 things you should stop sharing if you want more confidence, more peace, and a stronger future. Listen carefully because this lesson may change the way you see your own life. Imagine carrying a small flame in your hands on a windy day. The flame represents your dreams, your energy, and your future. Every time you expose it to strong winds, it becomes weaker. Sometimes it even disappears completely. Many people do exactly this with their lives. The moment they create a new goal, they announce it to everyone. The moment they start a new journey, they tell the world. They seek approval before progress. They look for applause before results. At first, this feels good. People smile, encourage them, and say positive things. But something strange happens. The excitement from other people replaces the motivation needed for real work. Instead of building the dream, they become busy talking about the dream. Instead of moving forward, they become addicted to explaining what they are going to do. This is why the first thing you should stop sharing is your biggest goals before they become reality. Goals are like seeds. A seed does not grow because everyone sees it. It grows because it remains protected beneath the soil. The more attention you give to talking, the less energy remains for action. Let your results speak. Let your success tell the story that words cannot tell. The second thing you should stop sharing is every personal problem. This does not mean you should never ask for help. Wise advice is valuable. Trusted guidance is important. But many people turn every difficulty into a public discussion. They tell everyone about every disappointment, every argument, every setback, and every emotional struggle. The problem is that not everyone listening truly cares. Some people are curious, not concerned. Some people enjoy hearing about struggles because it makes them feel better about their own lives. Others may use that information against you later. When you constantly speak about your problems, your mind begins to live inside those problems. The story becomes larger than the solution. Instead of finding a way forward, you keep reliving the same pain through endless conversations. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is sit quietly, think clearly, and solve the issue without broadcasting it. Silence creates space for wisdom. Constant discussion often creates confusion. Not every battle needs an audience. Some victories happen quietly within your own mind. The third thing you should stop sharing is every act of kindness you perform. In today's world, many people feel the need to announce every good deed. They want recognition for helping others. They want praise for being generous. But true kindness becomes powerful when it comes from the heart, rather than from the desire for attention. Think about a tree. The tree gives shade without making announcements. It provides fruit without demanding applause. It simply does what it was created to do. The same principle applies to kindness. When every good action becomes a story for public approval, the focus shifts from helping others to improving your image. Real generosity asks for nothing in return. It does not need a spotlight. It does not need validation. The most meaningful acts often happen when nobody is watching. They become part of your character rather than part of your reputation. When you learn to do good quietly, you develop a deeper sense of confidence because your self-worth no longer depends on external praise. The fourth thing you should stop sharing is your deepest weaknesses with the wrong people. Every person has fears, insecurities, and vulnerable moments. Being human means having imperfections. However, wisdom is knowing where and with whom you share those vulnerable parts of yourself. Some people believe complete openness with everyone is a sign of strength. In reality, strength also includes discernment. Not everyone deserves access to your most sensitive thoughts. Trust should be earned, not given automatically. Imagine giving the key to your house to every stranger you meet. It would seem dangerous and unwise. Yet many people hand over emotional keys far too easily. Later, they feel hurt when their trust is broken. The lesson is simple. Share your vulnerabilities with people who have proven their loyalty, respect, and understanding over time. Protecting your emotional world does not make you secretive. It makes you wise. Your heart deserves careful guardianship. The right people will honor your trust. The wrong people may turn your weaknesses into weapons. Learning the difference can save you years of disappointment. The fifth thing you should stop sharing is every detail of your success. This idea may seem unusual because society often encourages people to display achievements, yet constant sharing can create unnecessary problems. Success attracts attention, but not all attention is positive. Some people feel inspired by your progress, but others may feel envy. Some will celebrate your growth, while others will secretly hope for your failure. The more you expose every achievement, the more you invite opinions, comparisons, and expectations into your life. There is a quiet confidence that comes from knowing your own value without needing everyone else to confirm it. Imagine reaching the top of a mountain. The view is beautiful whether people know about it or not. The achievement remains real whether it receives applause or silence. When you stop seeking validation for every success, you discover a deeper form of satisfaction. You begin living for purpose rather than approval. You become focused on growth rather than recognition. Now take a moment and look at these 5 lessons together. Stop sharing your biggest goals before they are achieved. Stop sharing every personal problem with everyone around you. Stop sharing every act of kindness for attention. Stop sharing your deepest weaknesses with people who have not earned your trust. Stop sharing every detail of your success. At first glance, these lessons seem different, but they are connected by one powerful idea: protect your energy. Every unnecessary conversation takes a small amount of your focus. Every search for approval gives away a piece of your confidence. Every attempt to impress others weakens the connection you have with yourself. The world often rewards noise. Social media encourages constant sharing. Modern culture celebrates visibility. But wisdom has always respected silence. The strongest mountains do not announce their strength. The deepest oceans do not explain their depth. The brightest stars do not demand attention. They simply exist. Their power comes from what they are, not from what they say about themselves. The same principle applies to your life. You do not need to explain every dream. You do not need to justify every decision. You do not need to advertise every achievement. Sometimes the most powerful statement is quiet progress. As you move through life, you will notice something interesting. The people who constantly seek attention often feel exhausted. They depend on the reactions of others to feel valuable. Their happiness rises and falls according to public opinion. But people who learn the art of privacy develop a different kind of strength. Their confidence comes from within. Their motivation remains steady because it is not dependent on applause. Their peace remains protected because they do not invite the entire world into every corner of their lives. Think about how much mental energy is spent managing other people's opinions. When you tell everyone your plans, you worry about their expectations. When you share every problem, you worry about their judgments. When you display every success, you worry about their reactions. Slowly, your attention shifts away from living your life and toward managing perceptions. This creates stress that serves no purpose. Privacy frees you from this burden. It allows you to focus on what truly matters: growth, learning, improvement, and inner peace. The greatest transformations often happen in silence. A seed grows underground before anyone sees the flower. A building begins with a hidden foundation before reaching the sky. Personal growth follows the same pattern. The most important changes occur when nobody is watching. During those quiet moments, character is built. Discipline is strengthened. confidence is developed, dreams take shape. The world eventually notices the results, but the real work happens long before recognition arrives. So the next time you feel the urge to share everything, pause for a moment. Ask yourself whether sharing will truly help or whether it is simply a search for validation. Ask yourself whether your energy would be better invested in action rather than explanation. Remember that privacy is not weakness. Silence is not fear. Protecting parts of your life is not selfishness. It is wisdom. And that is the lesson of today's story. Some things become stronger when they are protected. Some dreams grow faster when they remain private. Some successes become sweeter when they are enjoyed quietly. Learn the value of silence, protect your energy, and let your life become the proof of your efforts. In the end, people may forget your words, but they will never forget the results you create.